so today we're going to be with the URL guys and the Tuesday GT2 League 2 series. This is a relatively new series. This is obviously going to be round 3. Later on in the stream I will be doing live comms for round 3 at Sardinia A. At Sardinia A. But before that, I'm going to have highlights from round 2 at Monza, and I will possibly have some interviews with some of the guys who are driving. So obviously, in this race, it is a 60-minute endurance. All compounds are to be used, but once they've used all of them, they can use any tyre they want. It is an 8-week season. Liveries are any you wish, or any that they want to use, but they must have a group sponsor. The rolling starts. When it comes to the qualifying, there's only was qualifying for round 1. After round 1, it is championship reverse order for reverse order for everyone. So let's just have a look at, so for round 3, the starting grid will be for where they finished at Monza around 2. So let's just have a look at the highlights from round 2. While this is loading in. Now I'm only doing highlights for round 2 because I didn't realise I needed to do it, so I got a bit behind. So rather than doing the whole 60 minutes, I'm just gonna do some quick highlights through the front, end and middle. And looks like it is a one make. They are all in NSX. So obviously starting on pole for round 2, it was Brie. Biggie is 2nd. Enzo is 3rd. Nix is 4th. Phaser's 5th. Miller is 6th. Fast Jams is 7th, Maltpiece is 8th, Love Rocket Rods is 9th, P-White is 10th, Nath 11th, and GEC Matt is 12th. Now there are a few names in here that I don't recognise, but there are quite a few names in here that I do recognise, as I raced quite a few of them, but not all of them. So let's get this first couple laps. So the rolling start coming across the line. With the rolling start. I believe, this is the proper track. So they come up to this first corner. Well, Enzo went a bit wide there, went off. So he's lost a few positions there and he's got reset as well. But apart from that, everyone else got around. Oh, and then nearly lost it again. Obviously Bree's in, and he's already, Bree the mechanic already opened up a gap to Biggie 2nd. I believe Biggie is, that is Ryan. Biggie is the one who created this league, so thank you for creating this. I think it's Biggie. Yeah, I'm sure it is. We got Bree there's already obviously opening my gap. Bree 2nd, Nixie's right there by 3rd. Then there's Fast Jams in 4th. That's Duncan, so I don't recognise him. Phaser's there in 5th. Miller 6th. Love Rocket Rods is there in 7th, with Mulpeace there in 8th. P White there in 9th, with a half-second penalty there. He's got, and there's GERC, who's there in 9th. I haven't raced him before. Mulpeace has gone a bit wide there. Nathan's there in 11th, dropped off a little bit, and then even further back is Endo Jack, but he's just trying to catch up after, obviously after that mishap on the first corner. Well, that's first corner. Let's just skip ahead a little bit now. So this is an hour race. So let's go to, yeah, we're halfway through. Right, we're halfway through. Bree is still currently leading. Fast Jam is now up to 2nd. Miller's there in 3rd. Love Rock is 4th. P White is 5th. GT is 6th. Phase is 7th. Bowl is 8th. Biggie is 9th. Lynx is 10th. Enzo is 11th, and Nath is down in 12th, and Nath is a lap down, unfortunately. But I think most of these would have had pit stops already. I'm not sure what tyres they all started on. I should have checked that. Anyway, so that's what they are. Where they are currently. There isn't really any, well, we got P White is right behind Love Rocket Rods. And then Mulpeace is just ahead of Big E. Let's go ahead now. So Big E's caught up to Mo. He's going to go for, let's just stay with these guys for a second. See if he can pull that move off. Yep, he has. Mo's just slotted in back behind him. Let's move on further. We are up to, so coming into the last 5 minutes of the race. Bree is still leading. He's got a big lead over Fast Jam in 2nd. Matt's there in 3rd. P White's in 4th. Love Rocket Box is there in 5th. Biggie's there in 6th. Miller's there in 7th. Fader in 8th. Mulpeace is there in 9th. Lynx is there 10th. Enzo, literally just went off, been spun off, and he's got a 2.5 penalty to boot. And Nath is there in 12th. He's on lap 29, so he is a lap down. Oh no, he's not a lap down. He's 2 laps down. Nath currently is on Bree. They're currently just about to, Bree's just about to come up on the 34th lap, come up to 39th minute, 59th, yep. So Bree's just entering their final lap of the race. Fast Jam is there, he's just coming off the back straight onto the main straight, so there's still quite a big gap to Bree. Matt's there in 3rd, P White's there in 4th, Love Rocket Dogs in 5th, Miller's there in 6th, he's got a half-second penalty, Biggie's there in 7th, Fader's there in 8th, Mulpeace is there in 9th, Nick's there in 10th, Enzo's there in 11th, Nath is there in 12th. So Bree's going to come home to finish in first place at Monza for round 2. Fast Jams will come around the final corner to finish in second place. Now Matt's next up to finish. P White finished 4th. Love Rock as well, will come around to finish 5th. Miller finished 6th. Biggie finished 7th. Basil finished 8th. Malpiece will finish 9th. Nixie will finish 10th. Enzo will finish 11th. And when Nath gets there, he will finish in 12th place. Now, obviously, because it's reverse grid each race, so Nath will hit whoever, depending on if everyone is able to attend next week, they will finish. It will basically start probably Nath, Enzo, Nixie, Malpiece, Fazer, Biggie, Miller, Love Rocket, P White, Matt, Jams, and Bree at the back, if everyone is able to make it. So anyway, that was that race. So let's go to where the action is going to be, if the host is there now. Let's have a look. Yep, the lobby is up, so let's go and join that lobby. Now this is the track that we'll be racing on in round 3 at Sardinia A. So what next? Fazer is the next up. Fazer is the next to enter. And the main race kicks off at 8 o'clock. So here comes Captain Slow. So the ones I noticed so far, P White, I recognise him. Capstar, I recognise him as well. Fazer, I recognise. Big E, I recognise. I don't recognise. I haven't raced with Enzo Jack yet. I think he's the only one I haven't raced with. see if BYE in a nice blue and white livery. That's a nice Durex livery. That is a very nice livery. And Ender Jackson, a white one. Captain Slow is in a nice shell livery. And Biggie is in so a yellowish and whitish one. And Phaser is a whitish one as well. And the thing is, I actually like driving these cars. I actually enjoy driving. Yeah, the NSX, in my opinion, the NSX is the best GR2 car there is. There are other ones, but the NSX is probably the best all-rounder for straights and corners. Unfortunately, we've had one person who can't make it. Their car is broken down on the way to the track, so they're not going to make. Unfortunately, they're not going to make the race, and that is Love Rocket Rolls. He's going to miss tonight's event race, unfortunately. I'm going to see if I can get So let's try and get now, who is going to be the fine gentleman to join me? Will anyone join me? We'll have to wait and see. Is anyone else here yet? Oh, we've also got now Cast is joined now as well. I think they're all must be unfortunately, I think they're all camera shy. so far into the 14th minute of practice, and at the moment there is only 7 people. Yeah, at the moment there is only 6 people here. Oh, now we've got someone else joining now. Who could that be? That would be the mechanic, the winner from last week. Unfortunately, they'll be starting from the back. I think they will be starting from the back this race. I think, if I've read it right. So we're just watching this, so just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. So I believe we're going to have the host joining us shortly. Or they might be adding me to their chat, I'm not sure. And now we have got some. Hello, Rossi. I'm all good. What about yourself? Well, Jupiter, could you just quickly check that your voice is allowed in your settings? Okay, so in the chat, you basically go to the top where you got them 3 little bars. Press on that and then go to party settings. Voice chat settings, I mean. And then it'll say share your voice and you go to allow. Okay, thank you. Just means that they'll be able to hear you on my broadcast then.
You don't want to be talking to yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, yeah, thank you for joining me today.
No problem.
And I want to say thank you because you are the one who created this league.
Yeah.
I've got to say well done for creating it, and thank you for doing it.
No problem. It's a bit of something different for a change.
It definitely is, and you've definitely gone for the right, because I was just saying on my stream that, in my opinion, the NSX is probably the best GR2 car there is. It's maybe not the fastest, but it's definitely the best out-and-out car compared to all the others, because it's good around the corners and good in the straights. So it's definitely, with the NSX, I think if I wasn't live streaming, I'd probably opt to join this league because I love driving that car.
Yeah, it's a nice motor, to be fair. I put a few car choices up from me, or I give them a choice of an open choice as well. And this is what the guys opted for.
Oh, that's good then. That's good. So they all had the same. They also had the same thought then, which is good. So, how do you see your race going tonight?
Well, to be fair, I love this track, so I'm hoping pretty well. It's a complicated track as well, but simple at the same time. And it's one little mistake will ruin your race, so you've got to be pretty focused.
Yeah, definitely do with this track because it's not a demanding track, but it can be. It is just one of those. If you get one thing, if you go wrong in one place, then you're screwed.
Correct.
Alright, what other questions we're going to ask? Blah blah blah. I did have them all written down. Do you have any strategy for today?
Yes. Well, if anybody hears it, they hear it, don't they? But I'm going to do a very, very short stint on the hards.
Okay.
And then mediums for middle stint. Depending, probably try and do like 35 minutes if I can.
Okay.
And then the last stint will be softs. Hopefully, I can get 20-25 minutes out of it to the end.
Okay. Yeah, so I did highlights from last week because I didn't realise that I didn't realise I was obviously supposed to be doing the comms from last week.
Yeah.
And, I didn't realise. Don't think even you knew that I was supposed to be doing them because you probably would have said to me about doing it. But so that's no one's fault. And I thought I was gonna do that and then do this one, but then I thought it'll just cause too much time. So I thought do highlights from that one, and then it means I'm just up to where I am. So how do you think that race went for you?
Monza, yeah, we're all right. It were Monza, weren't it?
Yeah.
It's a pretty much of a slipstream train track, if anything.
Okay.
I think it went all right.
Okay. Well, I think you finished. I can't remember where you finished now, actually, to be honest.
Up next two of us, but I might be able to tell you.
Yeah.
It actually 7th.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you finished it. So it wasn't too bad. So you'll be starting. Well, depending if I'm right by when I was in you put, am I right in saying it's reverse grid from basically where you finished on the last race?
No, it's so this is where I wanted to do something different as well.
Okay.
So there's no minimum laps on any of the tyres.
Okay.
You just have to use hard, medium and soft. That's all I'm bothered about.
Okay.
That way it throws a strategy out in the air for anybody to do whatever they want and just have the best race they can.
Well, yeah.
And to make it a bit more of a handicap as well for the faster drivers.
Yeah.
So we're in teams of 3.
Yeah.
So the team leaders go to the back of the grid.
Oh, okay.
And then out of that team of 3, whoever's got the lowest points goes to the front, middle points to the middle, most points to the back. So technically it's reverse grid in championship order, but it's also reverse grid inside the teams as well.
Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, yeah. I think I understand that now. So it's based on where you are in your team of 3. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you could be the slowest driver out on circuit, but in the fastest team, and you find yourself at the back of the grid, which probably isn't fair, but it may be a bit less pressure as well.
Well, it definitely doing it that way definitely makes it interesting, and that.
Yeah.
And that because they might I find sometimes you might be slow on one track, but really good on another.
Exactly.
So it sometimes can work out in their favour.
100% agree, and all points actually count on this because it's with it being a team game, it's a team promotion and a team relegation as well.
Yeah.
So you could have the two fastest players on the game. It might not happen, but still get relegated with that team as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
everybody counts. So you can all split strategies however you want, practice with each other, I just thought it was something different.
Okay, that's good. So, and what time does it? And I'm guessing the race starts at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, 8 o'clock, at full 60 minute.
Okay, so that's good. I'm looking forward to. I am very looking forward to this now. Obviously, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
If you want to go back to the others and can you try and get one of the others to join me?
Yeah, of course I will do. And if they can't find it, I'll just put it on the chat again and I'll let you invite them, pal.
Okay.
Thank you for doing this, mate, and I hope you enjoy it.
You're more than you're more than welcome, buddy. I was like, it's I actually for me it's a good way, especially for me if I when I because I suffer from really bad anxiety and panic attacks
Yeah,
and depression. Doing stuff like this helps me keep my mind off other shit.
good. Let's just hope we don't give you too many panic attacks with our close racing.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Thank you for doing it, pal.
You're welcome.
Alright, see you later, mate.
See you later and good luck.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the interview with Rossi. He's obviously the one running this league. I think we've had another GERC. Matt has joined in now as well. Unless he was here. No, he wasn't here yet, so. But yeah, so as you heard, the race does start at 8 o'clock and it is a 60-minute race. And obviously you have to use all the tyres. Unless it's a wet track, then you don't have to. Then there's no strategy for the tyres. But this track, I do believe there is no setting for rain anyway. So we're currently 20 minutes to go time. Obviously, so while we're just watching this, waiting for see if someone else. Yeah, so while we're just waiting, we'll just go through a few of the things that are happening in URL. So, obviously we've got this running on a Tuesday night. Then Wednesday we have, Wednesday we've got the multi-class, which is GR1 and GR3. Saturdays we have another multi-class league, which is GR3 and GR4, and that one is run by myself. And then Sunday we have the big one, which there's more leagues in the Sunday league than there is in any of the other leagues. I think because it's a weekend, and everyone loves that. That's definitely probably the best league out of everything. And that is 5 leagues at the moment, and that was created by Alex. And I think as well, we also have ACC on a Friday, I believe, and a Saturday. We also went, obviously, creating it all when it comes to points. Dirk does the points and everything. He does the points tables and everything. I believe I'm not sure if he'd be doing it for this one. I believe he's probably doing it for this one as well, but I'm not sure. I know he does it for mine, and he does it for the Wednesday, and he does it for the Sundays as well. I believe he'll probably does it for this one as well, but I'm not 100% sure. So So we have another person join, that's Captain Slow. Oh no, he was already here, he just had to leave and come back again. If any of you watching and feel like you want to come join me for a second to say hello, you're more than welcome to join me. So it's 7:43, we've got 15 minutes till kick-off. Hopefully we will get someone else to join us. Just for a few words. Oh, not that one. I do like that livery, that shell livery. That I think, that livery. I think definitely because it's got the colours I like. It's definitely probably the best livery best one that there is. All the rest are nice, but for me, because it's got the colours I like, I think that one's the best. So as you see Max is just coming over the start finish line, we'll run a lap with him, just so you can see the track. So it's coming down to this first corner, has to brake hard to take this left corner to get out of it. And he's coming out this left and right. Then he's coming around this tight left hand. There can be a little tricky one sometimes if you don't get it right. Through that corner up this long straight. Up to 161, hard on the brakes to take this left turn. Then up through this sort of chicane bit. Just watching out for the wall on the right, because there is, I don't know if GT had moved it, but there is an invisible wall in some place in that point, so if you hit it, it will just spin you out. Just past that last corner and back onto start finishing straight, just to zoom down past over the start finishing line. And that's a 1 minute 35.3. So currently at the moment with a 1:34.7 is Phaser, but these are only practice laps, so they won't really matter. But currently Phaser is on softs, Enzo is on softs, Slow's on softs, Matt is on hards, Bree's on softs, Cast is on hards, White is on hards, and Biggie is on softs. but obviously these probably won't be the tyres they start on. Oh, Fraser got that all wrong there. And go and a bit of a spin there. He's got a 3-second penalty to boot. And that's very unlucky for him there at the moment. He does have the fastest lap, but he does have damage. But I am fully expecting Be the Mechanic is on a lap. Yeah, Be the Mechanic is on a lap. I'm fully expecting them to take the fastest lap now. Oh, no, they didn't. They've gone up to second for the time being. But remember, there is no qualifying for this race. It is reversed. Reversed in teams. Currently is on a purple lap. But what you guys got to remember is, unfortunately, because I'm doing this live, if there's any incidents, I will miss. I most probably will miss incidents, and I can't go. Unfortunately, I won't be able to reverse as it is live. The good thing is about me doing it live is I'm going to be able to see the time in between each car. Oh, also there is obviously with this. There's two leagues. This is obviously League Two. There is League One and League Two. And Slowpoke Racing. He's doing the live stream for League One. So you could always go across and watch his stream as well. Renzo has so far taken the fastest practice lap so far. At the moment, so far, they're all within 1.5 seconds. Oh, Fast Jams is here. Duncan, I know him very well. I've raced him a lot. No, he is very quick. Remember, guys, if you do like this content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Currently, Enzo is the only one in the pits. At the moment, Fast Jams has taken the fastest lap with a 1:34.7. I'm just gonna, because obviously we've got, it's just coming up to race time, so I'm gonna go to the loo quickly before the race starts. So we're 7:57. The race will be kicking off any second. I am unsure what tyres everyone's going to be starting on. But look, we've only got 8 people tonight. Yeah, unfortunately, there's only 9 people tonight. But never mind, quite a lot of people were unable. Unfortunately, majority of the people they were in their jets, and it landed them at the wrong airport. Landed them in Spain and Brazil, and where else? In Croatia as well. So unfortunately, they weren't able to get back for the race, and couple of the guys had car issues, so they weren't even able to do the race because their car was not working for them. So we have 2 people watching currently, so hello and thank you for watching. And who would be watching? Just out of interest. Oh no, only 1 person is watching, not 2. It was 1 person, it was 2 people, now it was only 1.
DLR_Smith.
Hello Greg, thank you for watching. So we've got someone else now. Miller has joined up now, so that will make it 10 for this race. So it's not too bad. I believe okay, so he's just setting the grid, and then they will get on the way. For this 60-minute endurance. I do have a party chat open, so feel free to join if you want to. That's up to you. Sorry, while we waiting, so I've already said about what leagues we have going for anyone who isn't part of URL and is watching. The new Sunday league starts this Sunday, and this season it's a bit of a twist because everyone is in one make. Well, every league is one make. I see a couple of people have left. I believe they may have gone to change their oil maybe before the race starts. Yep, Miller's just coming back now, so yeah, so they must have just gone to change the oil. Oh, Fraser went a bit wide there and hit the wall. So that will slow him down a little bit. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's only practice. And just remember, guys, as well, that because I'm doing it live, any incidents I'm not going to be able to go back and look at because obviously it's live, so I don't have that function to do that. But I will bring you as much of the action as I can. We most should be getting started shortly once the host has been able to finish setting the grid. So it looks like he's finished it. So it looks like Enzo's going to start in first, Faze will start second, Castle will start third, Biggie will start fourth, Bree will start fifth, Miller will start sixth, Fast James will start seventh, Slow will start eighth, Matt will start ninth, and P White will start 10th, if I'm reading it right. But that's if he has actually finished setting the grid. Oh, no, here we go. It's go time. So now they're all on the track. Yep, I was right in the starting positions. So they're all ready to go, waiting for the 5 lights to go. And they're off for the 60-minute endurance. So Enzo gets them on the way with Fraser there behind him. No, there the lights have gone out now. But yeah, so Enzo's there in first, Fraser's there in second, Carter's there in third, Biggie's fourth, Bree's there fifth, Miller's there sixth, Fast Champ seventh, Capital to eighth, Matt ninth, P White 10th. At the moment it looks like there isn't anyone trying to make any parties. Oh, where is that? Oh, so first person out was Biggie, a second and a half penalty. That was unfortunate. I think he might have put too much acceleration coming out that corner, so now he's got all the work to do. But thankfully the race has just started, so he's still got 59 minutes to make a time up. So while they're going around, let's have a look to see what tyres everyone started on. So Enzo started on softs, Fraser started on hards, Carson started on hards, Bree started on softs, Miller started on mediums, and then Matt's on hards, P White's on hards, Slow's on hards, and Big E's on hards as well. So there is a mixed bunch of tyre choices here. So he's going to see where that's going to place everyone in the race. Enzo has damage and a second and a half penalty, so I think he must have had an issue there. Carson's gone for... Yep, so Carson's gone for a pass on Fraser and he pulled it off, but Fraser is not letting him go easy. They're side by side. Who's going to have the biggest balls to get through this next corner? Oh, I don't know whether there was... Yeah, I think maybe there may have been a little touch there between Fraser and Karst, maybe. I'm unsure, but maybe there might have been a little... Yeah, Fraser's slowed down, so I think, yeah, maybe there must have been contact between Karst and Fraser, unfortunately. But that's going to happen that's always going to happen. Fraser's in 7th. Matt's in 8th. Slow's there in ninth. Big E's there on medium, so he did start on hard, so I think. So I believe maybe Matt, Slow and Biggie have already made pit stops, I think. Yeah, because I think they started on hard, so yeah, so they've already gone straight onto the mediums after one lap. So Fast Jams has now taken the lead with Enzo there in second, but Bree the mechanic is now past Enzo. That's put Enzo down to third. So P White's now in the pits. He was on the hard, so he will be changing. So will Phaser. Phaser's going to be changing from hards now as well. We'll just stay with them too, see what they will go on to. So White goes on to the softs, and Phaser, I think Phaser probably go on the softs as well, probably. Nope, Phaser's gone to the mediums. So, but that's put Biggie up to 9th place. So Jams is there in the lead. He's already started to open up a gap to Bree the mechanic. But at the moment he is battling with Enzo, but Bree does have that second and a half penalty, so looked like he nearly lost it there, but he kept it going. So I would probably imagine once it comes to the penalty line, Enzo should get past. Yep, so now he's taking his penalty. That's allowed Enzo to retake second place. And Fast Jams is already on the full flap. He's already opened up a big lead to Enzo in second. But they're both on softs. Bree was on softs. He's now going to change his tyres to something else. I think he's going to... I'm surprised he didn't stay on softs, but he's probably gone to try and outwit everyone. So Cass is in the pits. He was on hard, so I believe he will be going on to mediums or hards now, mediums or softs now. So Phasers and Biggie will get up a place, so that'll put Cass down to last place for the time being. At the moment there is a big gap from second to Matt in third, but I believe maybe Fast Jams and Enzo are the only two who haven't actually pitted yet. Yeah, so there's a gap between Matt and Captain Slow in fourth, and then under a second gap between P White and Slow. P White's trying to, let's see, have a look. Yep, so P White is on soft tyres and Captain Slow's on the mediums. So P White is closing that gap pretty quickly to Captain Slow. But the question is, you know the saying, it's one thing to pass someone, another thing to it's one thing to catch someone, another thing to pass someone. So on lap 4, just over 7 minutes have gone. Obviously, P White's there in 5th, Miller's there in 6th, Bree's there in 7th, Big E's there in 8th, Phaser's there in 9th, Cass is there in 10th place. Obviously, lap 5, Fast Jams is just constantly making that gap bigger to Enzo in second. And at the moment it doesn't look like Matt is able to do anything about that gap to Jack. Like just over 16 seconds, but Jack is on the softs, whereas Matt's on the medium tyre, so that's going to allow Jack to get further ahead. But will Jack be able to get far enough ahead to come back out in front of Matt? That's going to be the question. So P. White has got up to 4th now. Breeze there in 5th. Miller's there in 6th. Captain Slow is there in 7th. I think he's got a second half penalty, so he's had an incident somewhere, so he's dropped a few places, and he's got Big E right behind him. So that will allow Big E to get past Captain Slow once Captain Slow takes his penalty, which he's doing now. FaZe has the second half, and Carter's gone for a big lunge. Can he put it off? No, he tried to, nearly did it, but it didn't really matter because FaZe had to serve his penalty. So Captain Slow is now in for his second stop already? No, I think maybe it's not. I think he might have had an off somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be difficult to keep up with how many pits everyone's done. So you have to bear with me. That could have been, I think he started on hards, but we've gone in and come out on mediums, so maybe, I'm not sure. So obviously on the 6th lap, Fast Jams is still leading. The question is going to be, when is Fast Jams going to take his first pit stop? Or is he just going to try and make as big a gap as possible because he's on the softs and then change? So Enzo's still there in 2nd place. He's got damage to his front bumper and his front right, but it's only on light damage. I think it's light oh, actually no, I think it might be heavy damage. I'm not too sure. We'll have to just wait and see if that. Well, it hasn't come off yet, so I think maybe it might be heavy damage. And heavy damage, you have to go in the pits to get rid of it, unfortunately. So Matt's there in 3rd. P. White's there in 4th. Breeze there in 5th. With Miller just under 2 seconds behind. And then Biggie is just over 7 seconds, and that is he? Well, he's trying to catch, but not much luck at the moment. Then Cast is there in 8th place. FaZe is there in 9th. And Cast is there in 8.865 seconds behind. So it does look like Captain Slow is catching FaZe gradually. Well, he definitely is trying. Because at the moment, FaZe's fastest lap is a 1:37.8. And Slow's is a 1:36.1. So yeah, so Captain Slow is going quicker at the moment than FaZe. But he has just come out of the pits as well. He's on his first flying lap after the pits. So currently the fastest lap on the 8th lap is held by GERC Matt 73 with a 1:35.034. He's currently 10, just over 10.5 seconds ahead of Jack, who's just over 11 seconds ahead of Matt. And then Matt is just over 5 seconds ahead of PY, and it does look like PY is closing that gap. Well, he would do, because PY is on the soft tyre, so he will close that gap pretty quickly to Matt, I think. But it's all going to come to play for, because I believe Matt, he's done the hard tyres, so I believe he's going to make these mediums go for as long as he can and then change to the softs. But yeah, so PY is bringing that time down gradually. So Breeze there in 5th. Miller there in 6th. Biggie there in 7th. Carter's there in 8th. He's trying to bring that time down. But oh, Miller's had an off. He's had an off. So that's going to allow. Unfortunately, I missed that. So that's going to allow Biggie to get right up behind Miller. So let's now. So that's some action. Let's stay with these guys for a minute because now they're actually racing each other because they're really like 0.4 behind each other. Well, like basically half a second. What type? They're both on medium tyres as well. So Enzo Jack is on the 8th lap, has finally come into the pits. He's changed from soft tyres onto hard tyres now. And he's come out just in front of Miller and Biggie, who were racing each other. So now there's a fight for 5th, 6th, 7th. And they're all about the same distance from each other, and they are all... Although Enzo is on the hards, so I don't think he will stay ahead of Miller and Biggie for very long. I imagine they will pass him rather shortly because they're on the faster tyre. Well, Miller went out a little bit wide there, by the looks of it. Breed's there in 4th, P. White's there in 3rd, Matt's there in 2nd, and he's just taken in the new fastest lap with a 1:34.4. Fast Jam is there in 1st place still, but he still has got to go into the pits. But he is currently 19 seconds ahead. But he's got less grip on, so it does look like Matt is gradually closing that gap on Fast Jams. Yeah, he is close. Let's see. Fast Jams' fastest lap is a 1:35.087. Obviously, Matt's is a 1:34.4, so over half a second quicker than Fast Jams at the moment. P. White's there and he's 6.7 seconds behind at the moment. 10 seconds ahead of Bree. And then Bree's just over 11 seconds ahead of Enzo. Enzo is gradually closing that gap, but he does still have Big E right behind him. Miller's dropped off a little bit, but Enzo does have Big E riding his coattail at the moment. There is only just over half a second gap between the two. Oh, Miller just gone. That's very unfortunate. He come out of that corner, put too much acceleration on, and he lost it. That's very unfortunate. So now it's going to. So now being from half a second behind, he's now over 7 seconds. So that's very unfortunate for him. But you still do have Enzo in 5th and Big E in 6th, finding it out. But Enzo has started to eke out the gap a little bit from Big E. Big E's now just up the second gap between the two of them. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Miller's done it again, come through that corner and he's lost again. I think unfortunate. He had dirty tyres from the last spin, so he's come to the next corner and he's spun again. So it's very unfortunate for Miller, and that has allowed Captain Slow to close that gap significantly to Miller. So they're slow in ninth. And Phaser is got 3-second penalty. He is 48 seconds behind, unfortunately. I think he must have taken another pit stop to go onto softs, I believe, unless he had an off and I didn't see it. So Fast Jams is still leading, and that time currently is, it was last time I checked it was 18, it's now 16, so Matt is gradually bringing that time down. So, and with Jam's tyre wear coming down, he's going to have to think, does he want to change his tyres or risk losing more time to Matt? So it looks like there could be someone being lapped. Yep, Phaser is, unfortunately he's been lapped now, so he's a lap down, so that's unfortunate for Phaser. But with everyone having to take 3 pit stops, changing their tyres and everything, he might come back into it. How far he gets back into the race is another question, I don't know. But with there still being 40 minutes left of this race, anything can happen. Yeah, so far, Matt's got the time down to 15 seconds, so he is definitely gaining. He's like gaining... He's gaining like 1 second to 2 seconds a lap on Jams. Because at the moment, Jams is only doing 136s, 135s. Matt's doing 134s every single lap. Yeah, he's under now. Matt is under 15 seconds now. Now his Jam's going to start feeling the pressure. He's also got low fuel, so I think Jams could be coming into the pits this lap. Or will he go on for another lap? That's the question. Let's just stay with Jams for a second. See what he does. So Fast Jams carries on, so he could be going in the pits next lap. So currently Matt's about to bring it down to under 14 seconds. I have one person watching, so thank you for watching, whoever it is. PY, he's just lapping Phaser. Well, hopefully Phaser's trying to stay in PY's slipstream. Just because then he can get back into the race. But I don't think Phaser's going to try and unlap himself, because obviously he would have a lot to do that. Bree's there in 4th. He is 10 seconds behind P White at the moment. So Enzo's still there in 5th place, 15 seconds, just over 15 seconds behind. Big E's still there in 6th, but he's dropped off quite a bit from Enzo Jack to 9.5 seconds. Cast is there in 7th. Slow is there in 8th. And Miller is there in 9th. He is 36 seconds behind. But he is on hard, so he's just been into the pits to change his tyres. And Phaser is in 10th. So yeah, it looks like Miller's just about to be... He has been lapped by Fast Jams already, and Fast Jams is in the pits. And there was only a 13-second, just over 13-second. Oh no, Matt's gone in the pits now as well. But Fast Jams was on the softs and Matt was on the mediums. What are they going to come out on? That's the question. So Jams is back out in the lead, and he's come out on medium tyres. What about Matt? What's Matt going to do? He's come out and he's on the mediums as well. Yeah, so he's double stinting them mediums because he hasn't put a fresh yet on. So Enzo's got up to third. P White's just come out of the pits, so he's dropped down to fourth. Bree's now back in the pits. So is Biggie and so is Cast. Let's just have a look to see. So P White's on to the mediums now. Bree's onto the hards. Slow still on the mediums. So Biggie is just currently, his tank is just filling up. So what's tyre is he going to go on to now? So Biggie has now gone to the soft tyres. He's gone on to the faster tyre. And Cast is back out and he's on the softs as well. And they're both, I believe they're in the same team. But if they're going to be team orders, then is Cast going to let Biggie go, or is Cast going to just stay there and make Biggie work for it? Let's go have a look. We are on lap 16. Obviously, Jams is still leading. But he's only 8 seconds ahead of Matt at the moment. So Matt's there in second. He's 12 seconds ahead of Jack. P White's 3 seconds behind Jack. Bree's 12 seconds behind. Bree's 12 seconds behind P White. He's got Captain Slow right behind him in 6th. So they're battling out for that 5th position. But Bree is on the hard tyres and Captain Slow is on the mediums. So I imagine could see, well, Bree got a bit of the grass there. So I probably think Captain Slow will be trying to get the pass fairly soon on Bree, since Captain Slow is now on the faster tyre. Anyway, got Cast there. He's still got Biggie right driving his coattails, but you can see Biggie's right. Oh, Cast got that corner a little bit wrong, whereas so that's allowed Biggie to get up beside him. So now Cast and Biggie are battling it out, still battling it out for that 7th position, but they're side by side. But Cast has retaken that 7th position. No, at the moment, Cast is doing well to hold off Biggie in 8th. But they're coming up to probably the longest corner of the longest straight of the race. So the question is, can Biggie get out well in this corner? But Biggie will be right in Cast's slipstream now, though. But with the cars being the same, there's going to be no speed difference. So Fraser's there in 9th. He's only 23 seconds behind Big E, and Miller is there in 10th. He's 6 seconds behind Fraser. So even though Fraser was so far behind, he's sort of come back into the race now. And Miller he's just been lapped by Fast Jams. And Miller does have a second and a half penalty. So Captain Slow is now from 6th place, gone into the pits. I think this could be his final stop now, perhaps. Actually, maybe not, because we are only just coming up to the halfway mark, and there is still 30 minutes to go. Fender's got back up to 3rd. He is 14, nearly 15 seconds behind Matt, but he has got P. White breathing down his neck. Let's see, Jackie's on the hard tyres, and P. White is on the medium tyres. So P. White's going to have a bit of the advantage here. So obviously James and Matt are on the same tyres, but the time is coming down. But the fact that James put fresh tyres on and Matt didn't, that will play into, I think that could play into James' hands, because obviously he's going to be able to push a lot more than Matt can. And Matt will have to be in a lot sooner than James will be. So Enzo's there in 3rd still. P. White is closing that gap to him gradually. So is there anyone on soft tyres now? So Cast is on softs, Slow is on softs. He went out a little bit wide there. So is B on softs, so is Fraser. So there's 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th. Yeah, so there's still 4 people on softs, and you got Cast battling, Cast, Slow, and Biggie all battling it out for that 6th position. Can Biggie go for a pass here? No, he did. He thought better of it. But at the moment, this looks like this is the biggest battle at the moment for 6th, 7th, and 8th. So let's ride along with Slow for a minute. Oh, Cast got it all wrong and hit the wall. That's allowed Slow to get past and up to 6th place. So now the 2 teammates are back together again. But with that accident, it's going to allow Biggie to try, and you can see he's looking, but he's not able to get close enough to pull a pass. So he's coming through this bit, gets through that nicely. So Cast has unfortunately Cast has got a 2nd half penalty, but this time Biggie is a lot closer to... Oh, nope, Cast has gone into the pit, so that's going to release Biggie. So whoever is watching, hello, and say hello. It could be you still, Greg. I'm not sure if it's you still watching or not. So it definitely looks like they're roughly running about the same. 1st and 2nd are running about the same lap times. That time isn't really coming down, so yeah, because they're on mediums, there's not much difference at the moment. P. White is there in 16th. He's got past Enzo Jack, and Enzo Jack has now gone into the pits from hard tyre. He's only had 3% of fuel, so he needed fuel anyway. He wouldn't have been able to. I don't think he'd been able to make another lap. So Bree's just coming onto the start-finish straight, so they should take that 4th position from Enzo. The question will be, will Slow be able to, well, no, I don't think he will, because Enzo's already nearly at 100%, so he will be going out soon. But Captain Slow would have closed that gap significantly to Enzo Jack. Enzo Jack is now out of the pits. So now it's only a 12-second gap between Enzo and Captain Slow in 6th. Biggie is there. He is. So Captain Slow looks like he's edged out the gap a little bit over Biggie. So that's now just over 2 seconds gap between the two of them. Phaser is there in 8th. He's 23.3 seconds behind Biggie. But he's now gone back into the pits again for another pit, for a fresh set of tyres. So that's going to allow Cast to take that 8th position. Phaser is now sitting in his pit box. Miller is there in 10th. Will Miller be able to take that 9th spot off of Phaser? Let's just see if he can. No, I don't think he will, because Phaser's up to 100% and he's just coming up now, so no, he won't. So Miller will stay there in 10th place, but there'll only be like a 5-second gap between only basically just over 2 seconds between 9th and 10th. So they're in their own little race at the moment. So Fast James obviously is leading Haneda. He has opened up that gap to Matt by like a half second. Matt's there in 2nd. He's coming up to lap Cast, who's in 8th. P. White's there in 3rd. He's 16 seconds behind Matt, but 22.5 ahead of Bree. Bree's there in 4th. He's 24 seconds ahead of Biggie. Whereas Biggie's 5 seconds ahead of Captain Slow. Slow does have a 1.5-second penalty. Oh, so I missed that. Captain Slow was ahead of Biggie. So Captain Slow's obviously had an off somewhere. Sorry, I completely missed that one, because he was ahead of Biggie by 2 seconds. So he's obviously messed up and spun somewhere. Or at least just gone off track on it. It might have been the first corner or somewhere. So I do apologise about that. So Cast is there in 7th. He has got Matt right behind him, about to lap him. So Enzo is there in 8th. He's got a 4.5-second penalty. Don't know how he's got 4.5-second penalty. Unless he's had an accident coming out, he's most probably got a 3-second penalty from the pits, and then another 1.5 from somewhere else. He's probably hit a wall somewhere by accident. So that won't help him out very well, unfortunately. Plus he is on the hards now as well. But I think now he would have run all the tyres, so I believe if he has run all the tyres, he'll be able to go on any tyre he wants. So Phaser and Miller are battling it out for that 9th place. So Bree's now in. Oh, Miller's hit the grass and he's lost it, and he's got a 1.5-second penalty as well. So it's very unfortunate there for Miller. So now, because they both got, there's going to be no advantage for either of them now, because both of them have a 1.5 penalty. So that's unfortunate for both of them. But yeah, that definitely helps Phaser out a little bit, because before, Miller nearly lost it again, but he managed to stop it from hitting the wall. But they both served their penalties now, so they can get back up to top speed. So James is leading. He is definitely opening up that gap now, because it was 8, now it's 9. So I think now the tyres are. He's definitely losing a lot of grip on them tyres, and that is now unfortunately. Let's have a look, see how P. White is doing. P. White is, he's not catching, even though Matt's grip is going on them tyres, he's still getting a gap over P. White. P. White is not at the moment, but then P. White is on medium tyres as well, so there's going to be no advantage there anyway. Big E is currently in 4th, but he is 49 seconds behind, but he is on the soft tyres. But how long is the grip going to hold off on those tyres? Captain Slow is there in 8th place, nearly 8 seconds behind, with Breather Mechanic in 12th, about to be lapped. So at the moment, Bree is getting the blue flag from Fast Jams. Let's have a look, see how everyone else is doing. So Matt is still 9 seconds behind. I imagine once Fast Jams gets right behind Bree, he will move out the way. So Matt's there in 2nd, P. White's there in 3rd, Big E's there in 4th, Captain Slow's 5th, Bree there in 6th, Carson there in 7th, Enzo in 8th, Fraser in 9th, Miller is in 10th, 3 seconds, 3.3 seconds behind at the moment currently. And they are 2 laps down. Yeah, they are currently Fraser and... Actually, hard to tell. I think Enzo, Fraser and Miller are all 2 laps down. I think. It's hard to tell where everyone is. But Fast Jam is still leading. That gap is not coming down for Matt. When the question's going to be, when is Matt going to decide to take his next pit stop? I think he's going to wait till his fuel, because he hasn't got much fuel left. He's probably got 2, maybe 3 laps of fuel remaining, I think. There is 15-second gap to P. White in 3rd, so Matt is edging out that gap. So Big E's now gone into the pits. It's probably going to be his final pit stop of the race. I guess he's going to refuel and maybe put a fresh set of softs on. Unless he hasn't done all his tyres yet. I'm not 100% sure if he has. Yeah, he put a fresh set of softs on. So Matt's finally gone in the pits on the mediums to change his tyres. And I imagine Jams will be in the pits this lap, because he's very low on fuel himself. He's still chasing Bree, who's a lap down behind him. So the moment that's P. White has got himself up to second place at the moment, but he is going to have to go into the pits rather shortly because he hasn't got much fuel left. So I mean, Matt will get that position back. He's 16 and a half seconds back, but with P. White having to pit shortly, he will definitely get that second place back unless Matt makes a mistake in spins or something. I shouldn't say that because that is the commentator's curse. So James is just coming around the final corner. Will this be the lap he goes in the pits? I would fully expect him to because there is not much fuel left. Yep, James is now going into the pits for his final pit stop of the race. Don't know what tyre he's going to go on to because I'm not sure if he's run the hard tyres yet, so he might have to run the hards. And Matt's on the softs tyres. Let's just stay with Matt for a second and see how much closer he gets to Jams. So P. White has come in the pits now as well. Jams is now out of the pits, but he's on hard tyres for his final stint. Whereas Matt is on soft tyres. And the soft tyre is much faster, so this is going to be with these tyres now, there's definitely going to be a battle for first place. Just the question is going to be, will Matt catch him? And will Matt, because there's one thing, Matt could catch him, but there's one thing catching him, there'll be another thing passing him. And if there's under 15 minutes left of this 60-minute race, we're under 15 minutes left. We're on lap 28 with Fast Jams leading, Matt second, P. White third, Captain Slow fourth, Bree fifth, Biggie sixth, Car seventh, Enzo's eighth, Phaser ninth, Miller 10th. At the moment, Miller is 20.8 seconds behind Phaser. And Enzo is 8 seconds behind Cars, but Enzo is on the hard tyres. So, with it being... Oh, Phaser went wide and hit the curb, hit the grass, but he managed to get it going again. So theoretically, with Phaser being on softs and Jack being on hards, Phaser's definitely going to close that gap on Jack. But the question being, how much of a gap can Phaser close? I don't think he's going to be able to close enough of the gap to catch him, but we will see because Phaser is closing that gap. You can already see that Phaser is closing that gap, but it's just going to be how quickly he can close it. So Bree is there right behind Captain Slow at the moment. They're both on the soft tyres, but Slow does have a bit of damage. And Bree does have better tyre. Oh no, Captain Slow has gone into the pits for his final stop, so that's going to allow Bree to take fourth place. P. White's in third, and Matt's in second, and that gap is that was the last time I checked, it was 7 or 8 seconds. It's now down to 4 seconds. So Matt is cutting, I think, by like a second to 2 seconds. He's cutting that lead for a second to 2 seconds a lap. So give it 1 or 2 more laps, and Matt will be there with, because you can see, let's run a lap with Matt. He's coming up to this first corner on the track. Yeah, that time is coming down rather quickly because it was 4 seconds the last lap. It's now down to 2.8. Now 2.7, so that gap is coming down rather quickly. So I think Fast Jams has got hope that Matt makes a mistake in his final 12 minutes, because unless Matt doesn't make a mistake, he's literally going to just catch Jams, and I don't think Jams is going to be, unfortunately, I don't think Jams is going to be able to do anything about Matt. Because that gap is coming down quite quickly, and it's coming around this final part for the start finishing straight. You can see how much closer Matt is there to Fast Jams now, and Matt has just taken the new fastest lap of a 1:34.1. But I've got to say, that is the one good thing about this 60-minute endurance. No one knows what tyres they're going to use and that. So now the gap's less than a second between Jams and Matt. How long's Jams going to be able to keep Matt behind him? Oh, Jams went out a bit wide there. And Matt is right on Jams' rear tail. He goes to the right of him, so he's not going to stay in that slipstream. Matt goes out to the right. Then now Jams and Matt are side by side now, coming down to this next corner. Matt tries to go around the outside, and he does. But they're still side by side. So he did try to go around the outside. He's trying to be a good there. So they're staying side by side here. So, well, it looks like Jam nearly lost it, but he didn't. Looks like Matt eased off a little bit. That's some good defending here by Jams, but there's only a matter of time with Jams being on hard tyres and Matt being on softs. But can Jams hold Matt off for another 9 minutes? So Bree's gone into the pits for his final stop. Like, I want to go look at the rest of the field, but at the moment I don't want you guys to miss the race between these guys, between first and second. But is Jams hoping that because the softs are going to go off quicker than the hards, is Jams hoping that the softs are going to go off quicker than the softs? I mean, I think Jams may be hoping that the softs will go off, and that will give Jams a bit of the edge. Because see, Matt's really trying to get past Jams here. Jams is definitely doing some good defending here against Matt. So he's staying in, well, he was staying in Jams' slipstream, now he's come out of it. They're side by side again, coming up to this next corner. So Big E's now in the pits, pits again. Oh, Fast Jams hit the grass a little bit there, but he got away with it. Let's just gonna have a quick look down the field. Oh, there's P White's there in third, Big E's there fourth, Bree's there fifth, Slow's there sixth, Enzo's there into the pits, Caster's there in eighth, Phaser, oh, he just spun it, that's very unfortunate, in ninth, Matt Miller's there in 10th. Okay, Miller's a lap down on Phaser, unfortunately. So James and Matt are still battling it out for that first place. Oh, Matt's got past. Matt's up to first place. Now is James going to be able to come back at Matt. So currently we've got just over 5 minutes left of the 60-minute endurance. Matt has taken the lead. So is Matt now just going to floor it now and get as far ahead as he can before the softs go off? Because once his softs go off, they're a pain in the arse. Oh, Matt went wide there. That will allow Jams to close the gap back up a bit. The gap is only 0.7 at the moment. So Jams is trying to do everything he can to keep up with. Oh, it's closed even more down. So I think maybe the grip is starting to come off of the softs. So now we've got less than 5 minutes of this track, so maybe three more laps to go. Some great racing from these two. So it's currently 0.6 seconds behind between first and second spot. They don't need to worry about P White because he's 10 seconds behind in third. Big E's over a second behind in fourth. Captain Slow's 8 behind Big E. Bree has just had an accident, so he was. Oh no, he's just got out the way of first and second. So he's 8 seconds behind Captain Slow. He's 14 seconds ahead of Cast, and then Cast is a minute ahead of Jack. Phaser is 41 seconds behind Enzo, and Miller is a lap down on Phaser. So Matt's he's started to edge that gap out now. It's now up to nearly a second and a half. Maybe one more lap, I think maybe 2 more laps after this. There isn't really any other racing going on. Well, Cast isn't that far ahead of Enzo. Cast is only a second ahead of Enzo, so yeah, Cast is just under a second and a half ahead of Enzo, so there could be a change there, but less than 2 minutes left, so But looking at Cast is on the soft tyres and Jack is on the hard, so I don't think Enzo's going to be able to catch Cast because of the tyres they're on. So Matt's really started to open up that gap on fast Jams. Now Matt is now over 4 seconds clear, with Jams dropped off a little bit in second place, but he's got a 7-second gap over P White. I don't think there'll be enough time for P White, with this being the final lap now. They will definitely, unless Jams makes a mistake, I very much doubt P White be able to catch him. So on to the final lap. Matt is leading by 4.4 seconds. Fast Jams in second, P White third, Biggie fourth, Captain Slow fifth, Bree sixth, Cast seventh, Enzo eighth, Phaser ninth, Miller 10th. So looking at the time, he's going to be the first person. I think Miller will be the first person to cross the line, I believe. Yep, Miller is the first person to cross the line. Matt is now coming up to the final corner of the race, because it comes up to the next corner. I don't really call that really a corner. It's a slight corner, but it's not really that much of a big corner. So after the 60-minute endurance, 37 laps, Matt comes home to win and take victory. Fast Jams will finish in second place. P White's just coming across the line now, so P White will finish in third. Big E will finish fourth. Captain Slow will finish fifth. Bree will finish in sixth. Cast will finish seventh. Enzo will finish eighth. And Phaser will be the last one to finish. Goes out a bit wide. And Phaser in ninth. And that is everyone. So looking at who got the fastest lap. Matt did get the fastest lap with a 1:34.1. James's fastest lap was a 1:35.0. P White's was a 1:34.9. Biggie was a 1:34.46. Captain Slow was a 1:35.3. Bree was a 1:34.9. Cast was a 1:36.1. Enzo was a 1:36.2. Phaser was a 1:34.3. And Miller was a 1:34.4. So only the top three guys finished on the same lap. So congratulations to Matt, Jams and P White. Great race there from you three. And So that was the end of that race. Next race we are. I'm not sure where we are at round 4, but I will see you next Tuesday live for round 4 at wherever. I think it's Seaside. I'm not sure, but I will catch you again then. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And now I'm going to give my voice a nice and well-deserved rest. So bye bye for now.